A pleasure to meet all at last, and welcome back to the Vlog-A-Thon 5.0. For this part, I'm going to discuss a few things regarding content, yet again. Because right now, I actually do have a few things that I would like to share regarding what sort of plans that I might have within the next 10 years. I've mentioned before with the Vlog-A-Thon 4.0 and 3.0 even at times, that there actually might be opportunities down the line that I might want to take on. But here is where I can talk a bit about content. Before, I have mentioned a few things regarding content that would include the likes of survivability and in-depth car reviews, but let's just say both of those concepts have only panned out so well. The entire year 2021 with Survival of No Limits, unfortunately, did not seem to go in the exact direction that I would have wanted it to go to begin with. And as for Multiple Wheels of Steel, let's just say things have gotten complicated to the point where I feel that it would not have worked out so well. I do feel like I've shut down the series probably too soon before the expected number of episodes should have shown up. So, of course, that's just pretty much what that's about. But now, we're going to talk a bit about what happened after 2022. Because I've got myself a good majority of things that'll be going down. Let's begin with probably the most obvious, the biggest of all the series that I've got at the moment, Gaming with Kaiji Force Neo. Yes, 2023 will be a rather busy year for Gaming with Kaiji Force Neo. We're going to get started by talking a bit about an upgrade version of the Leftovers series, which in 2021 I've uploaded to my channel that showcases a lot of leftover clips and bits here and there of gameplay that I have basically done since 2018. But next year, I've actually got an even bigger series, a sequel series called Upscaled Leftovers, which I'll probably start around the first week of March in 2023. I have yet to pretty much put out an exact date for it, but March 2023 will in fact deliver on that part. But it'll also be around that time that I'll have another series that'll be very similar to that of what I've done with the Nathan Drake collection and the Dead Rising series. Because I had uncovered the Uncharted series at first in 2021, and then in 2022 I did Frank West's Undead Trek, the series of the Dead Rising games all put together, which includes Dead Rising Remastered, Dead Rising 2 Remastered, Dead Rising Off the Record Remastered, and Dead Rising 4 Frank's Big Package, which I've all managed to cover within a few months. And that series actually has been pretty has gotten some good reception. But we're gonna go ahead in 2023 and do another series like this. This time it'll be centered on the Bandai Namco series that's been going on for a little while now, called Dark Pictures. In the Dark Pictures series, you could basically say that it's like a new series that's similar to what we've seen with Supermassive Games and their installments known as Until Dawn, with the sequel known as Rush of Blood. So, since 2018, we have seen the Dark Pictures do very well by any means. And let's just say, I've actually gotten a good chance to get a hold of the latest installment, Dark Pictures Part 4, The Devil in Me, which came out pretty darn recently. And so, I have myself the opportunity to play through that title, and I will, in fact, enjoy it, from what I already found out in terms of the trailer and whatnot. So, of course, The Legend of Dark Pictures, as I'll refer to it, will be another thing in spring 2023 regarding Gaming with Kaiji Force Neo. Other things will probably include the likes of the last installment of Facecam Specials Insurgents, which will be a thing in early 2023, much earlier than the latter that I've spoken of, Upscaled Leftovers and The Legend of Dark Pictures. But 2023 will probably also be a time where I can maybe do another season of Megapix Weekly, considering the fact that I managed to get a lot of gameplay of other stuff as well, old and new. I've revisited the Watch Dogs parts 1 and 2 recently, and then I got a hold of other things out there. I definitely played a lot of Gran Turismo 7, so with all the remaining footage that I got, I pretty much will be doing that sort of thing. So Megapix Weekly Season 4 will be a thing in 2023. It'll come out much later than the likes of the other GWK related content, but that's just a sampling of what's to come in terms of GWK content throughout that year and onwards. I'll be getting back to the mainline series soon enough in 2024 when I show off mainline Season 7. 3 years after mainline Season 6, the largest in the main series so far. So 1171 episodes was gigantic, but I'm definitely going to tone it down a bit with Season 7, so in 2024, stay tuned for that. But anyways, GWK content aside, let's talk a bit about some other stuff. I'm going to be covering some more of Hot Wheels Hilarity Season 7 before I declare an end on that, as well as Honest J Nowak Season 3, both of which should end by the end of spring 2023. So those, of course, will be there for that moment. And I will probably have another season of Hot Wheels Hilarity and Honest J Nowak take place in that time as well. I also plan on doing another season of Nerf Secret Reveal Distance Gauge, which I do feel that some people have seen as pretty good videos by any means. So I'll definitely get back to that in 2023 as well. So again, 2 years after the last time I've done that. And then, of course, probably the biggest thing that I have worked on that time is going to be a brand new project called Foodie Go-Go. If you're familiar with videos that revolve around people trying new stuff from various franchises like Burger King or McDonald's, driving in their car, having the camera ready, and testing out these foods for the first time on camera, I'm going to be my very own contribution to that sort of trend. It'll probably be late, but nonetheless, that's pretty much what it's going to be about. I'll be testing the likes of foods from restaurants and whatnot. Testing new products by any means, testing foods by any means that I have never tried before. Anything that's new, limited time, or rare to come by. Foodie Go-Go is going to be just that. That'll also be a thing for 2023. And as for other stuff for 2023, well, probably not a whole lot. I might not do another season of the Vlog-A-Thon or I Found It First for 2023. But maybe in the future, some things might be considerable. As for Let's Talk About That, which is the unofficial name that I've given to the universe that I pretty much started with things like films I should have talked about years ago, films I'm willing to talk about again, and whatnot. I'm actually going to be starting another new expansion to this. It'll be about TV shows. So, in addition to talking about movies, both old and new, ones that I haven't talked about yet or ones I have talked about, let's go ahead and dive on into the universe that is television, as opposed to movies. There are probably a lot of things that I will have to say regarding TV, so do be sure to stick around for that as well, with a series that I will refer to as TV shows that deserve a spotlight. And so, that alone is just the basis of what you'll need to know in terms of content that I will have in production and ready to go for the year of 2023. And with other stuff that I might have down the line, who really knows what I could probably do. I could sure tell you that when the next 3 years come after that, in 2024, 2025, 2026, they'll definitely be pretty busy as well. So that is pretty much what you need to know about future plans regarding content and ideas for content that I certainly will be having down the line as well. So hopefully you enjoyed this bit of the Vlog-A-Thon, and hopefully you might enjoy other stuff that I will have coming around the bend as well. So if you want to see more, go down on my channel to make sure that you like, subscribe, comment, follow me on social media, and stay on the Hollywood side.